Ready now. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of The Boundary Line. My name is Khatli Solorato and today I am joined by Coach Lubabalo Skosana simply because with what happened yesterday, we just want to hear it from the coach's perspective. Yes, man, that's the word that I was looking for. And yeah, man, South Africa delivered a massive performance yesterday, beating India with a game that many was billed as a top billing. Many were saying that it was the replay of the last edition's final. South Africa losing 3 wickets in 4 overs. There were 20 for three at some stages. And for me, I was like, we've seen this movie before, my God. But it seems like David Miller and Deval Brevis has some other plans. Finally, we saw David Brevis playing a mature knock. So I'm just wanting to find out from you, Coach Lubabalo, from the coaching perspective, point of view, if I may say that, how did South Africa or the Protea pull this one off?
Thank you, brother man. How are you doing? So I think let's first start with bowling wise. What they did well bowling wise is I actually saw a video of Aiden Markram. I think it was on Twitter, and I saw him bowling. I retweeted the video and I said I'm interested to see Aiden Markram bowling. And there were a few people who were wondering why I was saying that because I had spotted a few changes in his bowling, how he was trying to, you could see he was trying to bowl a bit quicker and to try and get more depth in the ball. And I think that's one of the key things that they got right. They got to pay a bit of attention to Aiden Markram's bowling, even though we ended up not needing a lot of him. But the fact that he was able to open the bowling, get us a crucial wicket early on, I think it set up the game for the Proteas. And how they used Ulungi Ngidi in the same match as well, being someone who's a change-up bowler with the slower balls, the cutters and everything. Normally you would see him bowling maybe 2 overs in the power play, but he only bowled 1 over in the power play, and then they kept him for a bit later on in the middle overs. Also, he's someone who bowls, either opens the bowling or is going to come in first change or second change. I think he on third change in that game, which was a masterstroke. He bowled 4 overs. No single boundary was hit of his bowling. He was bowling those slower balls, taking the pace off. And we could see when we were batting, taking the pace off the ball was working. Pandya, we saw Pandya. I think he ended up getting not Pandya only, it's Pandya and the South African Udube. We saw them taking pace off the ball, and we could see that it was not easy for the batters to score, even though it was a flat deck. But the other crucial thing they made is how to play Chakravarti. That's someone who struggled against. That's someone who struggled against. But what the plan was, so they ended up. The plan was, let's try and give ourselves room, and play him as if he's bowling wide, because he's someone who's always targeting the stumps. He's someone who's always targeting the stumps. So someone like that, it's easy to get bowled. It's easy to get out LBW. But what they were doing is all of them were giving themselves room to try and access different parts of the ground, but also trying to force Chakravarti to now move away from the stumps. I think there was an over where he bowled a wide down leg, and then next ball he bowled a wide on the offside, because he was now struggling, because they forced him to change how he was bowling. They adjusted to his kind of bowling. So, okay, you hit the stumps, we will give you the stumps, but we will give ourselves room so that we are able to actually hit you. So now Chakravarti ended up not knowing what to do. He didn't know whether to bowl on, aim at their legs, or to go a bit wider. Then he ended up getting confused, as we saw in that over where he bowled a wide down leg and he bowled a wide on the off stump. And I think that was a very key thing to do. He's a match winner for them. He takes wickets. For them. But I think the other thing is kudos to Coach Shooks for backing young Devil Brevis. A lot of people have been saying too many things have been said about the boy. Personally, I said let's bet him lower down. I'm going to give flowers for keeping him at 4, a crucial position, backing him. The maturity he showed in that game was top level. And I still say he's going to score a match-winning 50. He was close to it in this game, but maturity in which he played, where he hit a boundary, a 4, and then he would look for 1, which is how we want batters to structure their innings, especially when we're in a situation like that. David Miller again. I think for me, Miller's innings yesterday proves what I've been saying, that we need Miller to bat higher up. The more time he has, the better. So we don't need him only when we're in trouble, like we were in trouble yesterday, which is he dug us trouble. We need him even when we had a good start with Queenie and Aiden, for him to come and bat longer. But Rickleton is doing well at 3. Devil Brevis is doing quite well at 4 as well. But I still think you want your best player to maybe be coming in early and just when we're in trouble. Because I reckon he could win us so many games if he came in early. And he showed yesterday the maturity and the experience that he showed. And I think he played a massive role in guiding Devil Brevis and how to structure his old innings.
What is going on with KG Rabada, man? He has not been getting wickets. I know at some matches he bowls well, but KG Rabada is a superstar, man. Is the guy who grabs the headlines. But we're seeing him being very quiet on this World Cup, and one has to wonder what is going on with KG Rabada. What have you spotted from the coaching point of view, in terms of how he approached his overs? Like, what's going on? Can you please just try to calm us down, because now I'm starting to get worried. I know that we always say there is only one KG Rabada, and we know that it can be just one game for him and he fires all the cylinders. How do we help him get to that KG Rabada that we know and love?
What you're asking me now is actually taking me back to a thread I wrote on it's X
On
now,
X.
so I'm used to calling it Twitter. It was about the same issue. I think we put too much emphasis on the wickets column in T20 cricket, and we forget dot balls win you matches. But let's move away from that. The first question we need to ask ourselves when talking about Ukagiso Rabada's current form is he bowling badly? My question is no, he is not bowling badly. Ukagiso Rabada, in my opinion, he's suffering from something that a former Proteas fast bowler once suffered from. Something I highlighted a long time ago. I remember when we had Morne Morkel, I'm not going to mention the other bowler's name, but there was a point where the other bowler was getting rested almost every 50 over series that we had while Morkel was playing. So it got to the point where I felt the game left the other fast bowler behind while the game was still moving on with Morne Morkel. So when the other fast bowler came back, he was not bowling badly, but the only thing was the game had left him now. His type of bowling was something that batters no longer feared. So I'm going to speak about Ukagiso Rabada. Lungi has been playing a lot of matches. Corbin has been playing. Jansen's a bit in between. UKG has been for quite some time. If you look at from the last T20 World Cup, you look at the number of matches they've all played, you'll see Ukagiso Rabada has played the least matches. So my theory is that T20 cricket is leaving Ukagiso Rabada behind. He is not bowling badly, but his type of bowling is something that batters back themselves to go after. Left balls, just bowling quick. That is something that batters now, they back themselves against Ukagiso Rabada. Actually quoted a coach that I've worked with. He coaches the senior provincial women, Nkululeko Serame. He told us a story about Uvern, and how Uven told them that, batters are not afraid of getting hit by a ball. They're not afraid of someone who bowls 150 clicks, but they're afraid of going up. The only thing they're afraid of is going up. So now, when you put Ulungi Ngiti, you put Ukagiso Rabada aside, and you went around asking all batters, who do you think is most likely to get your wickets here between the two of them? They would tell you that it's Ulungi based on the skill factor. Not that Ukagiso Rabada does not have the skills, he does, but because he has not been using them, he's now become predictable. Even a batter from UAE can predict what Ukagiso Rabada will do with the ball in white ball cricket. Whereas someone like Ulungi Ngiti, it's not easy to predict. You can predict that, okay, Ulungi is going to bowl a slower ball, but you cannot predict when that slower ball is going to. And the thing with the slower ball is you could pick it and still not be able to play it. But with Ukagiso Rabada, you can almost predict that out of the 3 balls that he's going to bowl, there's probably going to be 2 length balls. And you can throw your hands and you can just throw your hands at it. So you can almost predict what Kagiso, you can expect. So you expect 2 things from Kagiso. He's not going to bounce you. He doesn't have a min bouncer where he pushes back and hits the helmet. He's got a ball that he bowls, changes pace, which also doesn't work all the time for him. Probably maybe he's not working enough on trying to improve it. But my would be Ukagiso Rabada needs to find the KG we witnessed when he first came into the Proteas setup. He had a Yorker. He could bounce batters. I think he needs to go back to that. The World Cup, that match we lost against New Zealand in 2015, I think that showed us that the length ball is not effective in high pressure games. The other bowler can attest to that. The length ball it's not going to work anymore. Batters are not afraid of the length ball. Unlike in Test cricket. Test cricket is different conditions, different balls. But with the white ball, I think KG he's going to need to be less predictable. But also, the other thing that doesn't help KG in the wickets column is that he's had quite a number of catches dropped off his bowling. I believe yesterday there were 4 catches dropped off his bowling. So for me, KG is not bowling poorly. KG is not bowling badly. It's just a matter of him being predictable. So not every good ball is going to get wickets. But almost every good ball can go for 6 in T20 cricket. That's why you need to be less predictable. We saw Lungisani bowling slower balls, bowling leg cutters, bowling off cutters. That's what it takes to bowl well in T20 cricket. So I think for me, Cage is not bowling badly, but he needs to try and be less predictable.
Okay, so moving on quickly to India now, their strategy. I think almost everyone is talking about them dropping the vice captain, and then they went with Washington Sundar. And is this where you think they have lost the game?
Potentially, maybe, but you know how it is with hindsight. I don't think so, to be honest. I think they needed to bat a lot better. I also think there's this thing that they like doing of holding Bumrah back. I find it to be a bit cowardice and negative to some extent. You've got the Proteas down 3 wickets for 20 something. Why are you holding Bumrah back?
Yeah, just finish off the game.
Then yes, when you can just the last nailing. But now they're thinking, what if Bumrah doesn't get wickets? And I don't like that kind of captaincy that works on what if, what not. You've got enough seam bowling options that can bowl later in the day. Your Hardik Pandya, you can have your Dubes bowling. So why not try and finish the Proteas off? But I think we need to give Proteas their flowers as well. How they played Chakravarti was the massive game changer. Because remember what India normally does is they attack you with Bumrah early on. He gets wickets, he puts you on the back foot, then they finish you off with Chakravarti.
Yeah.
But now, because we came after the other spinners and Chakravarti, and we didn't give him much to do, now the question was, do you bring Bumla back or do you just hold him back? So now it became a matter of trying to restrict the Proteas from getting 200 to 220, which does not guarantee you anything. 187 is the winning total. We got 180 something, still won the game. So I think a lot of people we might be taking away some credit from the Proteas and giving it to India. But also it's possible that had they played Aksa Patel, maybe things would have been different. We've got a lot of right-handers in our. We've got it's evenly distributed. Our top order you've got Queenie lefty, number 3 is left-handed, number 5 is left-handed, and then everyone else is a right-hander. Maybe he would have played a role, but then when you see below Miller and Stubbs, no one else actually made runs. So I don't think they lost it with the ball mostly. Yeah. I think they lost it mostly with the bat as well.
And this Indian team, man, is just getting basic, because I remember in our last test series there, we won match there after 15 years. Then we won the series there after 20 or 25 years, and we just beating them like hands down yesterday. It seems like this Indian team, is now getting, even when you look at the game that they won, they were pushed by small teams to the last overs. So yeah, I don't think that India that we used to know and fear is there anymore. Because now when you're looking at the group, if Zimbabwe, God forbid, beat West Indies today, I think the permutations are going to be against Zimbabwe. I mean, against India, because now they will have to. It has to be a must-win games for them. But I don't know, man. This is becoming. I don't see India progressing to the semi-final. I don't want to lie.
The world is hitting. The world. This is how the world is.
Because now even this, the whole lot of this top 3 men, it shows that they are not top. There is nothing top about them.
Nah, to be honest,
England is just getting by.
England. And I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. So just wrapping it up, man, what do you see happening with regards to the Proteas? Do you think that which game they should target? Because I think now 4 points can win you a match. I mean, can make you progress to the next round.
Hey, I'm caught in between here. I believe in the law of averages. I strongly believe in the law of averages. So I believe that you win, and eventually you lose. So now my fear is the timing of the defeat. This was the same thing in that World Cup, the last T20 World
We only lost at the final.
So I don't know, man. I think try and win all your games. Try and win on your games. But whatever happens, qualify first before you lose. So next game, let's try and win it. And then if it's written in the stars that we're at least going to lose one game in this World Cup, please lose it before the knockout stages. Get it over and done with. Get it over and done with. Then we'll be fine. Because I've got this other belief that the Proteas will never lose more than one game in a World Cup now. So if we are going to lose, please let it be once we've qualified for the knockout stages. Then we can break. Our hearts have been broken so many times, but in Shukri we believe, in Shukri we trust.
Mr. Lubabalo, thank you so much, man, for doing this with me. It is always a great pleasure being with you here. Don't be a stranger, mate.
Sure, brother. Thank you for having me. I will try and not be a stranger. Why it's a pillar? Mara, we'll talk. I'll try and not be a stranger. And thank
Thank
you
you
for having
so much.